another episode of Kick Chaos to the Curb, an entrepreneurial podcast tackling topics pertinent to real estate, business, and personal development so you can be more productive, happier, and healthier. I'm your host, Tiffany C. Everett. So I want to welcome each and every single one of you right here on this podcast, streaming from your favorite place. That's right. If you have questions or concerns, get in contact with me at tiffanycever.com/real estate, tiffanycever.com/real estate, or post your questions in the comments and I'll be more than happy to address them for you. Today, we're going to be talking about home buying process and 9 easy steps. So I hope you have brought your pens and paper and you are ready to have this conversation because I am just as excited to bring that information to you. Yes, today is about real estate. So if you're just now getting into the market of purchasing your home, perhaps you're renting a house right now, you're renting from someone and you're like, I'm thinking that I'm probably ready to go into the market. I remember that feeling. I remember that I rented for so many years. And one day I woke up and I said, you know what? This next year, I am going to buy me a house. And then I got myself ready to get focused. I focused myself on getting ready to purchase that home. So if you are there, I get it. I understand. I'm a single parent too, and I had nerves in my belly, just like you having right now, on how to get this house. How to get this house. What do I need to do next? It wasn't like I had a class or something that I was going to take. I just woke up one day and I was tired of renting. And when I get tired of something, instead of making excuses, I take action and do things to make something happen. I don't sit there and keep whining and complaining about it. No, because that doesn't solve anything. Matter of fact, I talked about worrying today. You can worry, 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 but worry changes nothing. It doesn't make anything happen differently. All it does is cause you frustration and aggravation and irritation and stress and all of that. And who has time for that, right? So, first thing you want to do, first thing I did was I chose a real estate agent. Super, super important because the real estate agent is the one person that's going to be there for you from the beginning of that uh, from the decision that you decide to make all the way and see it through to the end. And who doesn't want someone by their side that is going to be there to help walk them through the entire processes? So you want to choose a real estate agent that's going to be communicating to you effectively, someone who actually picks up their telephone and answers your phone calls, not someone that's just constantly text messaging you or sending you out emails. You want to have someone that you can depend on, that you can have a relationship with, that's going to be there from you from the time that you start to the time that you end. And I would suggest interviewing a couple of people. Interview some people and see, did this person pick up the phone? Did they call me back? Are they communicating with me? They say they're going to send me some information to my email. Did they do those things? So you want to take some time to interview that person and make sure, because you're going to be working with them for a very long time until you close that transaction. So you definitely want to make sure that you are working with someone that you can know, like, and trust. If you don't have a real estate agent, get in contact with me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. And it doesn't matter where you live because we are global. In EXP Realty, we're in 50 states and over 23 countries. So no matter where you're at, I can help you. Once you have found your real estate agent, now it's time for you to get your funding in place. The funding needs to be in place, people, because you don't go out there looking at houses that you may not be able to pay for, and it may not be in your willpower to buy. So, and you're wasting gas, you're driving all over the place and nothing's happening. You're spinning your wheels. You want to make sure that the house that you're going to buy is something that you're able to afford. The payments are going to be within your um within your, I forget the word that you want to say, that is affordable to you to be able to pay for you. And so you want to make sure these things are in place first before you get out there driving all over the place, moving, looking all over the place for a house. and then you only get there and the house is like what, $1 million, $2 million, or whatever the case may be, right? And that's outside of where you are. Or maybe you want to, and maybe $1 million is your pinpoint. Maybe 15 million is your pinpoint. Whatever the case may be, the only way to know where you stand financially, to make sure that the real estate agent can find what it is that you are looking for or what you need and what's affordable to you, because this is not like going in the store and just picking up a cell phone and, oh, I'm gonna buy this cell phone, I'm gonna make payments on the cell phone. No, this is not like going to the grocery store and buying a whole bunch of groceries. It doesn't work that way. This is a decision that you're going to make that's going to last you for at least 5 to 30 years. That means you're going to be making payments on it every single month, unless you're a cash buyer, right? So the second step is you want to get a lender so you can find out what is going to be financially feasible to you to go out. Then you go out looking for the house, which takes us into that third place. Unless you may need to have your credit looked at, and maybe you have to build up your credit and get your credit to where it needs to be. But if not, then the next step is to start going out there and looking for houses. So your real estate agent is going to connect you, get you into the houses so you can take a look at the homes, make sure that you like them. You may look at two or three. You may find that first one. That me, I think I looked at maybe over 12 or 13 houses, right? And you may look at them online. You may look at, let me tell you, sometimes you cannot trust a lot of these online websites. One of the things that I've noticed that my clients will send me 5 different things and they're like, I'm interested in these houses right here. And when I take a look at those houses, they have already been sold or they're not even on the market, right? So you have to depend on your real estate agent to give you up to date information. They will know if that property is sold already or if it is under contract. If the house is under contract, I mean, that's a whole nother conversation in itself right there. But they will have this information. So trust that the real estate agent is going to help you. Of course, continue to send them information that you may be interested in. But at the end of the day, they can find out if what is happening with that property and if it's still available and if it's on the market, or maybe if it has some offers already on there, right? So once you've gotten through that process, you've gotten in contact with your real estate agent, you've spoken with the lender to try to find out exactly what it is that you may be able to afford, and they provided you with a pre-approval letter that you were able to then give to your real estate agent, and you guys have gone out there to look for the home. Next, you are going to have this conversation where your real estate agent is going to be able to, you find a house, then your real estate agent is going to write up that contract for you. Writing up that contract is going to include maybe the deposit that you are going to want to put down on that property. I don't know if you're going to be a FHA or a conventional loan, depending on the type of loan. So they'll fill out this contract for you, and then therefore you will then complete that contract, and then we'll submit that contract and wait for the offer to be accepted. So what happens in this case is that you have your buyer's agent, which is you, who's representing you as the buyer's agent. And then you also have the seller's agent. The seller's agent is the person who has the home up for sale. So when you're driving by these properties and you see that there may be a number on the paper, the ad that's sitting outside the house, usually that person is representing the seller of that property. And so you have your buyer's agent, which is yours, and then you have the seller agent, which is the person that's representing the person that's living in the house. And so as a buyer's agent, the responsibility is to try to get that price down to what is going to be affordable for you. The seller's agent's job is to try to get the seller as much money as possible for that house. So understand the different roles that the two agents are playing in this processes. But once you've made your offer, now it's time to wait to see what the seller is going to come back with. So the seller's agent has to now have a conversation with their client. And in having a conversation with that client, they get to say, okay, well, this person is going to be putting this amount down. This person is going to be, this person is going to be, paying this amount, and they may have 3 or 4 offers on the table. At the end of the day, it's going to be up to that seller who's selling that home to decide which offer he or she is going to want to go with. So once that offer is accepted, then the next thing is to get your final mortgage approval with your lender. And then after that, you'll want to get, and sometime in there, you'll have an appraisal will be done on that house. And basically, appraisal is going to say how much that house is worth. You'll also have an inspector that may come and look at the house to sell. You'll know exactly what's going on with that property. And then at the end, once you have everything is successful, then you come to the closing table. And that is when you get your key. That's right. Get your key, and then you're able to move into your beautiful home. I'm going to be doing partnering with some other real estate agents, and as well as different people in the industry. And we're going to be hosting a first time home buyer seminar. So stay tuned for that. And I invite you to come to that home buyer seminar. We're still working out a couple of things, but we are here for you. And I want to see what's best for you. And I want to see you in the home that you want to have. And so I am happy for you and looking forward to assist you. So get in contact with me at tiffanyceverett.com/real estate, tiffanyceverett.com/real estate. If you have questions or concerns about real estate, get in contact with me. And you never know, I'll go ahead and do a video to answer your question. But of course, I'm going to give you a call too. So I hope you have an amazing day. That's it for me today. TiffanyCEverett.com. And you can actually re-listen to this podcast over on Apple Podcasts. You'll see the YouTube has a podcast there, as well as on Google. And you can, but if you like video, then just watch the videos on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, not Instagram, YouTube. And I think that's the three. Yeah, that's the three that is streaming at. So anyway, have a great day, and I'll be chatting with you again soon. Bye for now.